Good morning students. So as you can see on the board, same problem what we had done in our previous class, we will continue now in this session. That is, we had already solved the fifth problem, which was a discrete data, and we had already calculated the mean deviation about mean. Now in the same way here also what we will do, we will calculate the mean deviation about mean for this given discrete data. Okay, so now to calculate this, as usual, we have already what? Identified the type of data. So just let us write the formula what is required. That is, mean deviation about mean is equal to summation of fi into modulus of xi minus x bar divided by n. Right. So now, and mean is equal to sum of fi into xi divided by m. So first let us write what is n equal to. So what is n equal to? That is add total frequency. So when you add the total frequency, it will come up to 80. Okay, as already I have calculated and written, I am writing directly here. Okay, next we want fi into xi. So let us calculate what is fi into xi. So it is 40, 30 into 24, it will be 7, 20, 50 into 28, 1400, next 1120, next 720. As we need its sum, right? So as we need the sum of these all, so let us add this. So adding this, what you will get? Summation of fi into xi, which is equal to 4000. So we know what now? fi into xi. Let us what? Calculate the mean. So summation of fi into xi is 4000 and n is 80. Right. So now, so x bar is 50. Now we know the mean. Next our column will be modulus of xi minus x bar. That is, each observation will be subtracted from 50 and its modulus. 10 minus 50, it is minus 40 and its modulus will be plus 40. Next it will be 20, 0, okay, again 20 and 40. After this, our next column, it will be fi into modulus of xi minus x bar. That is this into this. Okay, so it will be 160, 24 into 20. It is 180 and 0. Next 320 and 320 again. So if you add the total will be equal to 1280. Right. So this is what? This is summation of fi into modulus of xi minus x bar. So we know now all the values. Just substitute and find the mean deviation about mean. So it is 1280 divided by the total frequency. It is equal to 80. So after using the calculator and simplifying, you will get the answer as 16. So what is this 16? 16 is a mean deviation about mean for a given discrete data. So now let us go to our next problem. So first 4 problem we understood about ungrouped data. Now in 5th and 6th problem we understood about grouped discrete data. And now there is one more type, which is that one, continuous data. So let us understand how to calculate or how to find the mean deviation about mean for a continuous data. Let me make you clear, there is no much difference between discrete and continuous. Only one column extra it will be in continuous, that is xi column. Xi's will be not directly given. We have to calculate xi and the remaining process will be the same. Okay, so let us continue with our 7th and 8th. Before that, I will read out the question for you all. Find the mean deviation about median Sorry. So here in 7th question, again it is for a discrete data itself, but we need to find the mean deviation about median. Okay, so it is xi, here fi. So in 5th and 6th we calculated mean deviation about mean, here mean deviation about median. Okay, so the given observations, they are 5, 7, 9, 10, 12, 15, 8, 6, 2, 2, 2, 6. I'll just add and write. So this will be 26. Okay, so now in our previous problem, to calculate the mean we have used one formula. Here also first we have to calculate the median, then mean deviation about median. Okay, so let us first write the formula and then go to our next part. Okay, so here mean deviation about median, that is m, it is always equal to sum of fi into modulus of xi minus m divided by capital N, and the median, it depends upon whether n is even or odd. Okay, so here also it all depends upon the cumulative frequency. That is, if the median is, in our case, median is what? Even. So if it is even, then it will be the average of two observations. How do you choose those two observations? Depending upon cumulative frequency. That is, for your reference I will write median will be equal to average of those two observations whose cumulative frequency will be greater than or equal to n by 2. Okay, how or what does it mean? I'll just explain you. Okay, so before that, let us find what is n by 2. What is n? It is 26 divided by 2. Okay, so what it will be? It will be 13. Now, before going to that, let us find what is cumulative frequency. Already in my previous class, I have explained you what is cumulative frequency. First, as it is 8 plus 6. Okay, it will be 14. Next, it will be 16, 18, 20, and finally 26. Always these two values should tally. Okay, so now after this, let us go to that one. What we have got n by 2, it is 13. Now in the cumulative frequency column, we need to find those two observations which will have the cumulative frequency greater than or equal to 13. So which will be the two? There will be 14. Okay, so here if I arrange and write, as already I have explained you in just a previous problem, what I have explained you, if it is written 5, 8, then what does it mean? 5 can be written 8 times, 7 can be written 6 times, 9 can be written 2 times, 10 can be written 2 times, 12 can be written 2 times, 15 can be written 6 times. Same way, if we expand and write, we want the 13th, because what is our median? It is median is equal to average of those two observations whose cumulative frequency is greater than or equal to n by 2. Or even you can, in simple words, that can be written as n by 2. Here in simple words I'll write n by 2 plus n by 2 plus 1th term divided by 2. Okay, so now what does that mean? N by 2 is 13. 13th plus 14th observation divided by 2. Now, here it is, you can see 14 it is written. That is, what does this 14 indicate? From 5 to 7, totally how many terms are there? 14 terms are there. How they are 14? 5 is written 8 times and 7 is written 6 times. Okay, so now if this is true, if the data is arranged for only these two, let us imagine we have written 14 observations here. So in that 14 observation, which will be the 13th and which will be the 14th? arranged data, right? So now let us count which is the 13th and 14th observation here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right? 14. So both are 7 and 7 itself. So what will be our median? It is 7 plus 7 by 2, or it is again nothing but 7. Okay, so to find the median for a discrete data, what you have to do? It is the average of n by 2, then n by 2 plus 1th term. But while choosing which are those terms, be careful. What do we refer? We will refer our cumulative frequency. Why do we refer cumulative frequency? Because it gives me at this point totally how many terms are covered. 14. It means 14 terms are there. 16. There are totally 16 terms. Next, 18. There are totally 18 terms. Now you just see. 9 is 2 times. So 9 is 2 times if I write. Is it not all 16 terms? Yes, I hope now everyone has understood the meaning of cumulative frequency. Okay, now we have got the median. After the median is obtained, what is our next thing? It is modulus of xi minus m. That is, each observation will be subtracted from median. So 5 minus 7, it will be 2. Next 0. Okay, 2, 3. After 3, 5. After 5, 8. Okay, so this is modulus of what? Xi minus m. Next, Fi into modulus of xi minus m. So it is nothing but, it will be, just multiply this column and this one. It will be 16, 0, 4, 6, 10, 48. The total will be 84. And what is this total? It is summation of Fi into modulus of xi minus m. Right. Just find the final answer. That is what? It is sum of all. Sum of all is 84 divided by the total number of, or the total frequency. It is 26. So what is 84 by 26 here? 84 by 26. It will be nothing but 3.23. So 3.23 is the mean deviation about median. I hope everyone is clear with this. You will become more clear with our next problem. The next problem is similar to this one only. Okay, in detail, once again I'll explain you how to calculate the mean deviation about median for a discrete data. Okay. And as I am explaining you here, it is taking so much of time. But when you start solving by yourself, this won't be taking much time. Let me make you this clear. As I am explaining here and writing, it is taking time. Otherwise, it doesn't take much time. So, in our 8th question, the given data, it is 8th question, exercise are 15, 21, 27, 30, 35. Okay, and the frequencies are 3, 5, 6, okay, 7 and 8, and the total frequency will be 29. That is our capital M. Okay, this is again a discrete data. So before going to calculate the median, let us write cumulative frequency. And one more thing, one more point you have to note down. Whenever you see this exercise, let us assume that these are not written in this way. 21 is written first, 15 is written next. Then always you need to arrange the data from decreasing to, from smaller to bigger. Okay, or bigger to smaller. No, sorry, it is smaller to bigger itself. Always it should be arranged, especially when it is a case of median. Why it should be arranged? Because depending on the position, we will be choosing the observation. So for that reason, what you have to do? You have to see that even this data is also arranged. Now let us imagine, as I said, instead of that way, they have given 21, 5, 15, 3. 29. Ours it is telling, right? So after that, let us go to our median. What is our median? Median is, depends upon n. Where n is even or odd, it is depending upon n, and in our given case n is odd. If n is odd, what is the median? It is n by 2 plus 1th term. Okay, that is n by 2 plus 1th term means always you will refer for what? Cumulative frequency only here. That is n by 2 plus 1th term whose cumulative frequency should be greater than or equal to n by 2. Okay, now our n by 2, it is 29 by 2. Or just to see whose cumulative frequency is greater than or equal to n by 2. Or you can just see here, instead of that these all get confused. First let us calculate what median is equal to n by 2 plus 1th term. Let this only be there, it will be simple for you. Now what is n? In our case it is 29. Okay, so it is 29 plus 1 by 2th term, or it is 29 plus 1 is 30, 30 by 2 is 15th. 15th term we want. So we know that cumulative frequency, it gives us the terms denotation, notation, or wherever the terms are present. Right. Now 15th, we will refer to that cumulative frequency which is greater than or equal to 15. Which one is that? It is this one. That is our 15th term. Where does it lie? It lies here. So which will be that 15th term? It will be 30. So what is our median? Median is 30. I'll repeat it once again. Median, if n is odd, then it is n plus 1 by 2th term. That is our 15th term. But you can see that this is not in the expanded form or ungrouped data. It is grouped. But with the help of cumulative frequency, we can find even the terms. So we want what? We want the 15th term. Okay. So till here there are 14 terms. Our next 15th term is 30 only. Why? Because 30 is written next 7 times. So our 15th term is what? It is 30. So now we got our median. Next column. It is modulus of xi minus m. That is from each observation subtract 30. So 50 minus 30, it will be 15. Next it will be 9, 3, 0 and 5. Next. Into modulus of xi minus m. Okay. So multiply 3 into 15. It will be 75. Sorry, 45. Next 45. I'll just refer the book and write it for you so that ours will become easy. 18, 0 and 40. So as you add, it will become 148. So mean deviation about median. It is sum of all fi into modulus of xi minus m divided by capital N. So the total is 148 and divided by 29. So 148 divided by 29, it is 5.1. So what is this 5.1? 5.1 is a mean deviation about median for a discrete data. Okay. So by now we are through with what? We all are through with mean deviation about mean, median for ungrouped data, and then for grouped data, and finally in a grouped data we have understood even for discrete data. So in our next session we have to complete with what? We have to consider a continuous data. Okay. So now let us consider our continuous data to find what? To find the mean deviation about mean. As just before this problem I explained you, there is no much difference between about mean for a continuous data, right? So the given data, it is 91 class intervals are given. So there are 0 to 100, 100 to 200, 200 to 300, 300 to 400, 400 to 500, 500 to 600, and 600 to 700, and finally 700 to 800. And the frequencies given are 4, 8, 9, 10, 7, 5, 4, 3. And the total frequency is 50. Let me draw the table so that it will be easy for you. Okay, so now soon after this, first we will write the midpoints and then we will concentrate on the problem. Always your exercise are the midpoints of this interval, and already I have explained you how to calculate the midpoint. Upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2 will give you the midpoint, right? So exercise in this case, what it is? 50, next 150, 250, 350, 450, 550, 650, 750. Right. So these are what? These are exercise. Next, as here the exercise are too big, I have used here step deviation method. That is, I have changed xi into di by what? Xi minus a divided by h. This is already known to you how to calculate this one, right? We will consider this part here. Okay, that is here in this case, as it is a number of terms are even, I am considering 350 as a, and h is already known to us. Yes. What is the class width? It is 100. Okay. So here a is 350 and h is 100. So now 50 minus 350, it will be how much? Minus 300. Minus 300 by 100, it will be minus 3. Here minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And our next column, it is fi into di. So as to calculate the mean. So 4 3s are 12. That is minus 12, minus 16, minus 9, 0, 7, 10. Okay. Next 12 and again 12. So now we will calculate the mean. Mean is a plus summation of fi into di divided by n into h. So x bar is equal to, what is our assumed mean? It is 350 plus summation is, so we have to add these all. So when you add these all, the total will be equal to 4. Okay, so it is 4 divided by capital N is 50 and class width is 100. So after the simplification, you will get the mean is equal to 358. Okay, and now we know the mean. Next is what? It is modulus of xi minus x bar. As we have done for many of the problem and directly writing the columns. Okay, till now we have used many a number of times these formulas. Okay, so modulus of xi minus x bar. It is 308, 208, next 108, 8, next 92, 192, next 292, and finally 392. And next fi into modulus of xi minus x bar. That is fi, and this column will be multiplied. So fi into that it will be 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay. Next 1600 will be 7896. So what is our mean deviation? About mean formula, it is sum of fi into modulus of xi minus x bar divided by capital N. That is 7896 divided by 50. And finally the answer, it will be 157.9. So this is a mean deviation about mean for the given data. And which kind of data we have considered now here? It is a continuous data. So this is what? This is the process to find the mean deviation about mean for an continuous data. As and when you go on practicing, the process of solving this will become easy for you. You don't have to bother at the first time itself. It takes time, but it is very easy and simple to solve. Calculation part will be there more if it is a class interval or a continuous data. Otherwise, remaining all it will be the same. Here, as I have used the step deviation method, the mean formula is changing.